they have several groups of indigenous populations. If they don't move, you can't log here. You can't build here. Logging companies come, start a fire, burn the down. Now they gotta move. So whenever they see white people over there, they finna bow and arrow you to death immediately. No questions asked. That's why.
Real life.
It ain't real life. Just ain't real life street stars. You know what time it is. All right, so let's do it like this. And we're going to touch on the cartel and what's going on the border, but you spoke on the wildfires.
Right.
We see LA burning right now, man. Not only from the Palisades to Eden Fire to Hearst Fire, you jump down to San Diego. A lot of people look at like this could possibly be something that is not nature, but yet human, endeavor.
It's definitely some human intervention going on. Simply because, here's the thing. Olympics coming to LA in 3 years.
Yes.
They know fire season comes every year. They don't use manpower to come out and clean up the brush that starts these fires. They don't allow the water additive that you can add to the water to increase the firefighting capabilities of the water by almost 8,000%. They don't allow that. Every other country in the world uses it. We got enough manpower here to fight all of this, but we got to get firefighters to come from South Africa, Mexico. They bring guys out of jail to fight the fires. They can use those same guys to go clean up the brush to stop it from happening. Fire season come every year. We have fires in New Jersey. We have fires in New York. We have the Smokehouse Creek fire in Texas was 1 million acres burned.
Oh yeah, February of I think last year.
It's 1 million acres burned. Took them 3 days to start fighting the fire. There was no protocols in place to get aerial firefighting technology in there. But let you speed down this street right here. They own you.
So what will be the gain? Is it insurance? I remember back in when the wise guys was moving in like East Coast, they would use insurance fraud as far as, hey, if it's not making business, burn it down. What is the gain of burn down neighborhoods or allow neighborhoods to be burned down? Like the Olympics is one thing, but that's just an event. Like what is is it a bigger plan at hand to say, yeah, let's restructure the West Coast?
Good question. So in the Amazon rainforest, they have several groups of indigenous populations. If they don't move, you can't log here. You can't build here. Logging companies come, start a fire, burn the down. Now they gotta move. So whenever they see white people over there, they finna bow and arrow you to death immediately. No questions asked. That's why. A land grab is a land grab. The man house burned down, he paid $9 million for it. 3 months before, his insurance company called, cancel his policy. His house burned down, they called and offered him $750,000 for the land. A land grab is a land grab.
When they offer $770 to
$750,000.
No, I mean,
okay, yeah.
Biden came in and said the media was all around. We're gonna give every person who's affected by these fires $770.
Right.
What are your thoughts on that amount of money over in the West Coast given to every person affected by this fire?
They sent $62 billion to Ukraine. And guess who just got the contract to rebuild Ukraine? BlackRock. The same company here who just got hit with sanctions for buying up all of the empty properties and putting them up for rent at exorbitant amounts. It's the same thing.
When you see
I'm like the book of Eli with this shit.
No, I'm telling you. Was somebody basically, because Trump was mad about like, where's the water? He just visited LA and he was arguing with the mayor about, she's saying, hey, people want to come back to their homes and get stuff out. it may take a week or so. It's dangerous. He's like, why is it taking a week? Where's the water? And I've heard stories of he's not sending no aid until the water's released. Like, can someone own the water? Like, I heard, is someone owning water in California to where, like...
They emptied the reservoirs out that were supposed to fight the fires. They emptied them, and they said it was because of conservation issues for the smelt fish, which is an invasive species from China that shouldn't even be there in the first place. Bro, we from the field, bro. We know when we have to finesse and when we couldn't do good business. We all know it. We all know he be finessing. So look, we ain't even finna play with him like that. Either he got it for this or he don't. We ain't finna play with him. But when you finessing on such a high level, it's hard to see the wolf with the sheep's clothes on till he pop out biting you, whipping your leg off. It's too late now. They playing crazy. The smelt.
I seen it.
When was the last time anybody here ate a smelt?
Yeah, I see. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Bro, a smelt is a fish about 4 or 5 inches long that you can eat with the bones intact. It's an invasive species. In Texas, the wild boar is an invasive species. They pay you to go out and kill them. In Florida, the reticulated python is an invasive species. They pay you to go out there and kill them. But the smell, you can't even fish for it. And it don't even belong there.
I didn't even get there.
It's from China. It's an invasive species. You feel me? They like to set up their own little fish farms without anybody saying anything, without anybody knowing it. They set up a fish farm, they got raided, the fish got out. That's how it happened, bro.
Yeah, man.
They doing whatever, anything goes.
Anything goes. Jesus, please. Speaking of anything goes, I got to get your take on when Trump signs the order to have immigrants here in America immediately sent back those who aren't supposed to be here. Not only did he cut off, I forgot what website that was, for immigrants to be able to sign the paperwork to come over here, or make it a little easier for them to come over here. He cut that off like an hour after his he swore in. Yeah. The White House website, they had a whole Spanish section, took that away. They're like, yeah, you can't. Hey, you got to be able to speak English to read this website. And then, of course, some people were even beforehand getting out of here because they knew what the deportation was coming.
Fleeing. Yeah.
What do you feel about that? As far as a lot, there was a pastor, a bishop that spoke at Trump's inauguration, where was basically saying, Trump, please have mercy on the immigrants here, because we are taxpaying citizens. They are doing this. They're not all criminals. And he just kind of like that was a horrible service. What are your thoughts on his steadfastness on like, no, we are stopping illegal immigrants crossing this border. We're sending those that are over here back.
So, any man who's been in a leadership role, it's your job to make tough decisions for the well-being and the greater good of the people who are trusting you. For an African-American man to get up there and say that is crazy, because when these people come here, they're coming to our communities where there's already a limited amount of resources. And now we have to compete with people who are willing to do the jobs we already don't really want to do for a much cheaper price. So it make it easy for them to take over our neighborhoods. It make it easy for them. Now they got stores with the Indians and everybody else now. And then now they'll be looking at us like we crazy, and we the ones that's from here. That ain't crazy to you?
That's crazy as shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got family members who, old ladies, even my homies, shout out my Mexican homies, like they would say, over the years, when people would come across the border, we would help them get where they need to go. But they say there's new batch coming, so they all kind of crazy. They say, man, we didn't want to deal with them. But we ain't never seen people getting set on fire on the train, bro. And dude who did that had a previous murder conviction in the country he came from.
That's a new form of yeah.
There's nonsense going on. Soon as we come outside with choppers though to protect our area, now we going to jail. They get a debit card. We pulled up in the hood in Chicago. They call them the VDs, the Venezuelans. They call them the VDs, the Venezuelan disciples. That's what the guys call them. They got chains and everything, icy. They in old schools.
They killers.
Killers, all of them. I'm like, damn. And it was leading to a lot of tension. You know, they'll do something. You know, it's been plenty of times where we done went on certain people's blocks, Mexicans or whatever, and we had to try to have conversations. You go try to talk to them, they outside with machetes and chains and baseball bats, scraping them across the ground. I'm like, bro, don't know we got sticks? We got mops. They don't even care. They just finna ride regardless. They out there setting dumpsters on fire, huddling around it with machetes. Like, man, watch out. Y'all gotta go, bro. Fold them. How you supposed to demonstrate with them?
Gotta take it there.
And right, and they don't speak English.
Yeah, they don't speak English.
Now everybody just getting wild now.
Wild West.
Right, like, man. Like, my man, you just pushed my grandmama down the stairs, man. Like, what we gonna do about this? He got the machete out now.
Yeah, right.
You in a jail. You either go, what we finna do?
Shout out Reallyfe Street Starz, nigga. Hey.